Yeah. Why re-elect Mayor Barry Conaway, Burlington City, New Jersey? Why? This is a TLV Sports Talk Show. Everybody knows the deal. We talk sports. We talk life. We make you visible. And we have at our virtual table tonight His Honor, the Mayor Barry Conaway from Burlington, New Jersey. Welcome to the broadcast, Mayor.
Good evening. Thank you for having me on your show.
All right. And we have with us also pastor from City of Refuge Fellowship there in Burlington City, Pastor Abby, as everybody know. Abby, I'm sorry. Everybody knows him as Abby. And then we have also from the development union business development manager, Randy Brolo. But before we get started, yes, I like to let everybody know that he is my son, and I'm proud of him. He's doing a great job in the whole state of New Jersey. So I just thought I'd shout that out there. But our purpose is to get Mayor Barry Conaway reelected, and we believe it's going to happen. And not only us, but we have people in the city that we question the Q&A. Just a couple of people, but we're going to show you just a small, maybe a 4-minute clip of what we did pertaining to the re-election of Mayor Barry Conaway. So hopefully we don't get any buffering, and let's get it going.
Hold on. Okay, now.
Jeff Wright from Ephesians 6:12.
And where are you located, Jeff?
We're located right here in the great city of Burlington.
Burlington City on High Street?
On High Street.
Right, store number 317, right?
317 High Street.
Let me ask you a quick question. Have you been pleased with the job that Mayor Barry Conaway has been doing since he's been up?
Yes, I have. He's very visible in the city, very friendly, and very reachable. Yeah, he's doing an excellent job.
So you like him for the next election?
Oh, definitely. For the next election as well, definitely.
As you can see, that's new development since Mayor Conaway has been in office. These are the new homes. They're really, really nice, right down by the river. This portion is not facing the river, but the other side of the buildings are facing the river, the Delaware River. And that's been really phenomenal.
All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Hi, my name is Sharon Flowers.
And you are the owner of what?
The local Sharon Christian Bookstore located 315 High Street in Burlington.
But let me ask you something. How long have you been in business before Mayor Barry Conaway was mayor?
Yes.
And since he's been the mayor since 2015, have you seen a change in the city as far as? So do you like the future up and coming elections? You like Mayor Barry Conaway?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
And this is the cafe. This is Old Burlington. I believe this is Conway Street. These homes have been around for quite a while. And as you can see, people in Burlington City, they're fixing up their older homes, and new development is taking place along with the new homes that are being built. It's a wonderful thing that's taking place in Burlington City under the administration of Mayor Barry Conaway. These are renovated apartments. So why re-elect 2023 Mayor Barry Conaway? Well, you can see the work that that has been accomplished. Just a part of it. We have the Union House, which was an old firehouse, and now it's a thriving, doing quite well restaurant right there in the heart of Burlington City. New business new homes, new developments, restoration of developments. And we can't forget City Hall. City of Burlington, New Jersey, right there on the Delaware River. Mayor Barry CONAWAY. So why re-elect 2023? Mayor Barry CONAWAY. That's what we're going to talk about briefly in tonight's broadcast. Well, we're going to start out with Randy Brolo, who is the business manager for development. And you do the whole state, don't you, Randy? Aren't you?
No, just South Jersey. So Middlesex to Cape May.
Middlesex and Cape May. Well, let me ask you this: what's the objective for supporting and getting Mayor Barry CONAWAY reelected? What's the objective? You have a game plan, or we know what the objective is, but you can tell the folks anyway. But what's the game plan?
Boots on the ground, helping them knock doors. We need elected officials like Mayor CONAWAY. In the labor's union and for unions. He's very pro-union, and he can help us out for our members to get increased market share and for our members to get work. He has several members that live in his community, and he helps them out. And he understands what the importance of unions are. So I'd like to tip my hat and say thank you, Mayor CONAWAY, for being very supportive of our union.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, that's what was said in the clip there. I believe Jeff Rice, he stated that Mayor CONAWAY, he just comes in and asks, how's everybody doing? And, checking on folks as far as that they need anything. He goes boots on the ground, and that's what the people need. They need up close and personal. Well, Pastor AB, what's the mission, for getting Mayor CONAWAY reelected from the City of Refuge Fellowship there in Burlington City?
Well, I can speak mostly for myself. I've been a resident of Burlington for 28 years. I moved here in 1995, and I've raised my family here. I have to say that I've known Mayor CONAWAY long before he was mayor. My oldest son and his youngest son were in school together from 4 years old all the way up. In fact, his son was in my son's wedding last year. So we've known each other quite well and seen each other. And for me, character counts more than anything. And I have been able to see Mayor CONAWAY's character as a man, as a husband, as a father, and then now these last years as a mayor. And I trust him. I trust what he says. I believe that what he intends to do, he puts his whole effort into it. And, as a mayor, it takes a lot of other people working with you. So not everything you ever want to do comes to pass, but I believe him, and I believe that he puts his effort behind it. I've watched him lead with character. Like I said, I've lived here almost 30 years, and these years that Barry has been the mayor have been the years where I have felt as a city that really all of us were heard and listened to and thought of when decisions were being made. There weren't certain groups being excluded for the benefit of others. I believe that these last 8 years have been an improvement in every area, and as a resident, that's all I hope for is more of the same character, more of the same efforts, and more inclusion of our entire community. And so Mayor CONAWAY will always have my support as long as he decides he wants to do this job.
Well, I know for a fact that he has a calling, because now you've known him for that amount of time, but I call him Chief. I've known the Chief since he was a young man. He used to go door to door with his mom selling Ebony and Jet magazines and other information that was vital to the community. And that was back, well, I guess the 60s, the 70s. I can't remember. It's so long ago. Is that a fact there? In that fact, Chief?
Definitely the 70s. My grandmother had a newspaper route, primarily African-American newspapers and magazines. That was in the day when you delivered on Friday night through Saturday afternoon, mostly along the river towns in Burlington County and over in Bucks County, between Bristol and Trevose.
So we're saying all that to say that you are grassroots. You know Burlington from High Street all the way up to 7th Street. You know Burlington from Delaware Avenue, from Pearl Street, West Pearl, East Union, West Union. You know Burlington quite well, and you know the dynamics of the city. So we're just happy to see that you have come up. I know you started out as a councilman. Is that true?
That is correct. 2010, a councilman, and performed that job until for 6 years, until I was elected as mayor.
Exactly. So now we'd like to hear from you. You know, for the past administrations in the city of Burlington, you had promises that you made from your 2015 election. The question is, what has been promises that have been kept? And we got another question. What, upon you winning the election for 2023 for the next administration, what will be your promises for the city of Burlington?
Well, I think the first and foremost, the promise was to work hard for the city of Burlington. And one of the things I wanted to make sure that we were able to do was develop a teamwork throughout the city, not just in City Hall, but outside of City Hall. No mayor, no administration is going to get things done or accomplished by themselves. And it takes the for-profit side, the nonprofit side, the faith-based community, and the school system to work together, and so that we can have a successful community. And I think I've worked on bridging those relationships, and that's what I will continue to do. We need to make Burlington City, that as we embark almost on 350 years old, welcoming to everybody. And we are in a unique place within South Jersey, within New Jersey, with a great transportation network. And we need to take advantage of all those things within the city. No one is going to be successful. This is all team. This is all working together. And once we do that, we will see success, and we got to continue at it. This is we want to see everyone grow in the community, and the high tide takes all boats, lifts them up, especially for a town that's in 80% in the flood zone. So if the town is flooded, everybody's going to be affected. So we need to all work together.
Absolutely. You know, you said hard work, and you don't know, you're not reading my little notes I was inspired to inquire about. You know, sometimes as a leader, not sometimes, most of the times, because you have opposition, you have to set your face, your when you say your face, your characteristics, which shows on your face, like an ox. Now, ox is a hard worker and balanced, honest, and patient, with a great sense of responsibility, slow, calm, obstinate about his mission or her mission, and tenacious force. So you have to set your face like an ox. And sometimes you have to be like an eagle. You have to have that vision. And eagles are fearless and never surrender to the size or strength of its prey. And so you have to have that nature of an eagle. And so, not only that, you have to be like a lion. A lion is typically decisive, confident, natural leader who are focused on achieving their goals. And so you can't always be, hey, there's Mayor Barry Conry. You're smiling and so forth and so on, because it doesn't work that way. You have to have those types of characteristics within you. Each and every one that's on this virtual panel has to have that type of nature. But as the mayor of Burlington City, is definitely a must, because you have such opposition, people that don't want to see you do well. But then there's a lot of people who do want to see you well. And I'll tell you why. It's because of this right here. I'm going to show this on the screen. All right. All right. Here's the Q&R. You can take your phone and tap it in, and you'll get the history of Burlington, Burlington City. Seeing oppression in England, the Quakers settled in Burlington over 325 years ago, March the 3rd, 1677. Proprietors authorized the formation of the town in a seminal constitutional document which set forth principles and ideals of freedom and democracy found 100 years later in the United States Constitution. In the 1670s and 80s, most of the proprietors of the Providence of West Jersey were Quakers. Quakers were attracted to the new colony by the promise of economical prosperity and religious freedom, as well as the opportunity to raise families and settling free from the constraints that they had encountered in England. Okay, so there's nothing new. You still have this opposition where there's people who in high places or strive to get in high places, what they would like to do is just control for their own good. But Mayor Barry Conaway is not that way, as you've heard these testimonies. He's concerned about his city. He's concerned about where he grew up as a young man, and now he's in a position to make the city that much better. And we're just so happy that Mayor Conaway is running again, and we look forward to reelecting him and having him back online to do those things. Can you tell us, Mayor Barry, can you tell us what, a few of the plans that you have for the upcoming years?
I'll tell you, one of the plans is obviously for those that have lived in Burlington for many years. We used to have bridges that crossed the lake in Kennedy Park. And so in March 2024, we will be installing those bridges in Kennedy Park so you can access the full park. Now, if you go to Kennedy Park, there's no bridges. You can't access the other side of either side, well, one side of the park. But with two bridges in, we'll be able to have a nice walkway, somewhere to enjoy, somewhere to go outside in the city of Burlington and enjoy that park-like setting.
Wonderful. I mean, that's just one thing. You're not going to tell everything because you're not supposed to tell everything. When you have a plan and when you have a vision, you write the vision down and make it plain, but you can't tell everybody what it is that you're going to do, and you just do it. And I'm quite sure when you're reelected, all those promises that you make during your campaign will come to pass, and Burlington City will have a better quality of life in the coming administration with Mayor Barry Conaway. We want to thank everybody for coming on. Randy Brolo, Mr. Brolo, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate your service.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Mr. Brolo, aka Dad.
Well, don't you love it? Hey, don't you love generations, Pastor?
Amen. Amen.
Yes, yeah. It is. It's a wonderful thing. I
feel it.
It's a wonderful thing. It is really good. Well, we want to thank everybody for coming on. And again, hey, we can't say it enough. We're voting for Mayor Barry Conaway. That's right. Why reelect 2023? We just told you. So don't get it twisted. This has been the TLV Sports Talk Show, where we talk sports, we talk life, we make you visible. And everybody knows the deal. Like we always say, thanks to everybody coming on the air. And we'll see you soon. And in the meantime, in between time, everybody knows the deal. We are off like a dirty shirt. Put it in the book.